A lot of men are masculine in this. The women are beating that masculinity with masculinity, and that's why they just can't even get it. And they have unrealistic expectations too. You're a four, but you want a guy who makes $100,000
So you don't think a
a
woman that's unattractive deserves a man that makes over $100,000 a year?
no.
Strictly because she's unattractive?
If yeah, because if you're unattractive, that means you're unattractive. That means your mental and everything is unattractive.
That's not true.
Yeah, I'm talking about, for example, if a woman looked like you, but they vibrated low,
Hmm.
they're unattractive.
But that's not what Kevin Samuels was talking about. He was
What
strictly talking physical.
was he?
Yes. He said,
Even
rate
if
yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't use 7.
even if we're talking on the physical, no, she doesn't deserve that because you're now asking for a man who is in the top 10% to settle for just you. Why would a man who has income, who now has options, is what he would say. Why would he settle for you who's 5'2", 280 pounds, you got two kids, and you talking about you want a man that makes six figures or more? That makes no sense. Your SMV, as he would say, sexual marketplace value, is low. What am I getting from choosing you? If that's the case, why don't I get another woman who is 100 pounds less than you and give her my income? The modern women have unrealistic expectations. Their expectations are way out of place when you look at men's expectations. They want men that 6 feet, six figures. You got to be good in bed. You got to do all of this stuff. Give me your income. Then why am I choosing you if I'm so perfect? Why would I choose you? That makes no sense. They have unrealistic expectations, and there's so many of them. That's why I'm single. You ask me why I'm single. They have unrealistic expectations. Like you met me. How tall am I?
Probably like 6'1".
She thinks I'm 6'1". I'm gonna
No?
go with 6'1".
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10" and a half.
Oh, you felt so much taller than me.
Is that I am much taller than you, but that's my honest height. And I asked you that because I stand near men all the time who are 6 feet, and I'm like, you could barely notice it. You're not that much taller than me. It's literally an inch and a half,
Yeah.
and that's like a requirement for them. So even a man who's successful like myself, well educated, 5 degrees, I make six figures.
Mm,
I'm learned. I'm God fearing. They don't even know what they mean by God fearing.
mm,
And I'm the type to inquire, like, what do you mean by God fearing?
mm,
Oh, believes in God. And I'm like, which God?
mm.
Oh, the Bible. They follow the Bible. And then if you speak biblically to them too long, they get turned off. You don't really want God fearing there. You can't even stand Bible study. So like, they don't even know what they want. That's why I'm saying
My
they
God.
are the ones who have fell farther away from it, and they're making this whole dating situation more difficult. That's why you even see the shows now, Kendra G, how they date. They say they want a God fearing man, and then they ask you what's your zodiac sign. I'm like, that's a direct contradiction of biblical scripture. You're not even supposed to follow that.
He started off a little rocky right there, but he came around and basically broke it down in terms of how the dating market really is out here. And what women say they want is pretty much an echo chamber, guys. It's an echo chamber. Like she said, and this is what a lot of dudes say. How do you know what 6 foot is? You talk about you want this, he has to be 6 foot. She's like, you're 6'1". He's like, no, I'm 5'10", even though that 5'10" and a half is whatever. Like, I'm 5'11" and a quarter. 71.25 inches. I don't want to say pause, but 71.25 inches, but that's barefoot, but with shoes on, which is most likely anytime you see me, I'm going to have shoes on. I'm over 6 foot, right? Easily 6'1", depending on the shoes. I'll be anywhere from 6'1" to 6'2" with shoes on. So I'm glad he said that. Ladies will say all this stuff, but it's just they're repeating stuff. It's an echo chamber. I'm supposed to have this. I'm supposed to have that. You have all these different heavyweights posting up, talking, yeah, I deserve this. I deserve to have that. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And it's disingenuous, man. What about all the other characteristics? And he said something important as well in terms of the God-fearing man. You want a God-fearing man, and when you do expound and you start preaching to him, oh my goodness, this dude is, because that's not really what you want. It's just what you ladies are hearing on these dating apps. God-fearing man, XYZ. Women don't care about that stuff, man. The majority of women want a man that doesn't have any morals and principles. As long as you're able to give a woman an emotional roller coaster, that's all that matters. As long as she's constantly wondering about you and constantly thinking and second guessing, as long as you bring some toxicity to the situation, you're good. You could be an atheist, bro. You could be jobless. You could be whatever. But as long as you give her that feeling, that's all women crave, because women are emotional creatures. But to wrap it all up, in terms of sexual marketplace value, yes, beauty is the first thing that men look at. We all know that money, a woman having that, comes secondary. Not meaning that she needs to be some broke bum chick that's just a leech and not contributing. And it doesn't have to be monetarily, but a good woman is a good woman. And if you are that 1%, like you said, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have an attractive woman. Just being honest. If you're a regular dude like me and other guys, then you're fine with dealing with a 5 or a 6, but has a great attitude. She's fun, fit, submissive, cooperative, inspirational, all those good things that guys are looking for that makes them feel like somebody other than a bill and something that you have to keep telling them they're great daily and they don't tell you that. Which is what a lot of dudes are dealing with, guys. So we got a video right here which kind of goes off of asking women what they want. Let's get into this video. Let's go.
How tall are you?
5'9".
All right, what's the minimum height that you would date in a guy?
I love like 6'3" and up. Because I'm tall. Like, I want to wear heels and be taller than you.
How tall are you?
5'3",
What's the minimum height that you would date in a guy?
6 foot. Because I want no short.
How tall are you?
5'10",
What's the minimum height that you would date in a guy?
6'4". I dated a guy who was shorter than me. My first boyfriend, I couldn't do it. Hugging myself, he was a little pocket person. I need the height.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
All right, what's the minimum height you would date in a guy?
Has to be 6 foot or over.
How tall are you?
4'11".
All right, what's the minimum height you would date?
The minimum height I would date is probably about like 6'1", 6'2".
How tall are you?
5'5".
All right, what's the minimum height that you would date in a guy?
6 foot.
All right, why I say that?
Because my brother is 14 and he's 6'3".
How tall are you?
5'11".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
Probably 6 foot. Don't want to look down.
How tall are you?
I'm currently 5'7".
What's the minimum height that you would date in a guy?
My boyfriend is 6'2", so that is the minimum height that I would go for. I prefer a whole foot up.
How tall are you?
5'6",
All right, what's the minimum height that you would date?
6'2",
All right, why I say that?
because my exes are all 6'5",
How tall are you?
5'8",
What's the minimum height that you would date in a guy?
6 foot.
Okay, why you say that?
Because it can't be shorter than me.
How tall are you?
5'4",
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6 foot.
Why you say that?
Because that's just what it's supposed to be at this point.
And you can see Buddy right here. He's probably 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". And all these women are saying 6 foot. None of them said 5 something, right? Because it's routinely drilled into their head 6 foot, 6 foot, 6 foot for procreation, reproducing, carrying on the lineage. They want to have the best product, I guess. And that's what women are looking for, right? In terms of reproducing. But Buddy right here, he didn't stand a chance. They didn't even say 5'10". And you had some taller women there. You had, what, 5'11" was the tallest, I think? Hey, but short guys are still bagging chicks at the end of the day. So if every woman was looking for a guy that was 6 feet, then you're just going to be sharing guys, which is what women are already doing anyway. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this video. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.